Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up? So, let's talk about it, right? Hold on a second. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold up. What needs to be done? Oh, we vlogging today, buddy. Buddy, old pal. Buddy, old pal. All right, should be good now. All right, okay. So I kind of want to explain something to y'all, right? And what I want to explain to y'all is the different letters. So let's start with A. A is crazy. Every time I'm in A, it's like I always, hmm, always. It's funny how always starts with A, but I always like, I'm like, when am I ever gonna be done with this? When am I ever gonna be done with this? Like, it's always seems like A takes forever. I don't ever like just reading A. It's like too much. It makes you feel like you ain't never gonna be done. Always, right? A is a soldier word. Without this, it's like there's a couple of the letters is different, right? Some are soldier letters, some are not. A is a soldier letter, and it's just funny how A operates, and it's just like A is just like it's one of them. It's like what I'm saying. It ain't no amateur. You know what I'm saying? Like A is one of them. Um, I like the fact that you can do a lot with A. I just don't like the fact that it just seems boring because it's like automatic in a sense, but it's just like, that's A. But A is a monster. You know what I'm saying? It's actually, you know, the start of art because art starts with A, right? So art is in A. And if we being technical, azul is blue in Spanish, which is A too, but we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna get right into B. And B is like wild. I love B because it's like the start of explaining the, colors. Hold up, y'all. Hold on. All right. B is the start of the colors. It's and black is the first color that it talks about. Pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Black, blue, and brown. That's why B is like fire because it's like black, blue, brown. It's like bronze. It's describing color to you. B is also a soldier word. Remember that. Not all letters are soldier letters. Some are trigger letters and some are just extra letters. But B is definitely a soldier letter. It's one of them. It's definitely a beast. B is definitely a beast. I like the fact that like, burn is in B too. Like just little things. This little simple talk. But B is very bright. Brilliant. Um, what I don't like about B. Um, I guess just because it's so bold, but I actually like that it's bold too, but it's just like, I don't know, it's like really it's bold, but I mean, it's B is one of them. I ain't gonna lie. Like I like B. Um, C, right? Now, C is one of the, you know what I'm saying, top dogs. And C is also a soldier word. It's hard to figure out, you know, hmm. I wouldn't say hard to figure out. I was thinking of something else, my bad. But what I was really trying to say is C has a lot in it. Maybe I was about to say it's hard to figure out to beat C because C has a lot in um you could chop, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you could do that with C. It's a lot of things that you can't do with A and B that you could do with C. You know what I'm saying? And C has a certain letter that works with it that it's just like, when is that the end? You know what I'm saying? C is definitely one of them, right? So C is definitely something that's like it's like a huge sword that you gotta, wield and figure out how to maneuver with. But once you do figure it out, you like, man, C ain't no joke. Next one, D. D is also a soldier letter. D, here's where it gets tricky. And D is the start of, something where it has a lot of dissing in it. Like D likes to diss a lot. Like it's a lot of diss with that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dissing with that. I like that because it shows me the first like where it's breaking down a situation. But D is definitely a soldier word. D is kind of hard. It's not hard to pause. It's kind of, but I was about to say like to make it to bars and stuff. Everything is hard to make creativity with, but you know D can definitely be drastic. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like the determination of it. You know what I'm saying? I like that. People like, I don't even know what he talking about. I know I'm talking about everything. But like I said, D is where like it does a lot of dissing. It does a lot of dissing. You know what I'm saying? D does a lot of dissing. Just know that. Just little bitty gems. So E has its own island. E is nothing to play with, bro. E has its own island. E has its own island, and it's definitely a soldier word. Um, for real, bro. Like E is nothing to play with, bro. E is like it's its own little secret world, bro. Like it's definitely that's what we talking about, the elements, you know, periodic table. See, just that alone has its own little section where it's just this is wild, bro. E is nothing to play with. Nothing to play with, bro. E has its own island. You could do everything with E. And that's funny because E starts with everything. It's just funny how everything is just like connecting, bro. But I like E because I can basically beat people with that. Like just knowing that. Like what I know about that. Like that's like unstoppable. It's very invisible. It's very you know, euphoric. But next one is what? F. F. F is a soldier word. Um F is so fire. It's funny how it talks about fire, flame, you know what I'm saying? Um I like F. I like what you can do with F. Like I said, it's definitely it would be a soldier word. F is crazy. It's a lot of fuel in F. You can do a lot with F, bro. F's with F. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, though, bro. F is one of them, bro. For real. G, right? Now, G is a soldier word too, and I believe here's where we have a checking point where we stop and we talk about colors again. Here's where it's talking about green, gold, and gray. That's why G is very great. Um, G is cool, man. Shout out to G Rock. The G is cool. G is the seventh letter. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's fire. G is definitely, like I said, a soldier word. It's a G. It's one of them G's. G is very gangster. G is like it can get geometrical. It can get geographical. It can get gory. It could get a lot. G is definitely G. Um, G is definitely one of them. H, when I think about H, I'm thinking about like how crazy H is. H is crazy. H is like very spooky because it's, haunting, horrific, horrifying. It's like, but I like how H is has its own little like, you know, H is like something. It has its own little like station, not world, but it's the station. You know what I'm saying? H is definitely one of them. It's not a now H is not a soldier word. That's why it's its own station. H is like, you know what I'm saying? It's very noticeable. Stands out. H stands out. That's what I like about H. I'm trying to figure out what I don't like about these. It's like I don't know what I don't like. I don't like how it's just complicated to figure it out. Other than that, I mean, I like the different things of H. But like I said, it's not. It's not a soldier word. It's not a soldier word. So, um, here we go with I. I love I. I is fire. I is a soldier word. Um, so we got to remember H is so far not a soldier word. I is a soldier word though. I talk about ice. You know what I'm saying? Talks about, kind of want to say, I didn't want to say isolation, but it was the next word in my head. But, ice, talks about a lot of stuff. Idaho, you know what I'm saying? Talks about, um, look, and here's another thing I like about it because it has a lot of, it really ties into the incredible thing about it and impeccable thing about it. And I want to break that down, like what's incredible, what's, you know, inconsistent, like it's like impossible. Like this has a lot of those, so I like that. It's like it like describes, you know what I'm saying? And I like that's what I like about it. I like the fact that it describes. Um, J J is a joker. J is a joker. Hold up. All right. So Jay is a Joker. Um, I like Jay because it talks about the cards. Like it's like cards. Like picture the cards, right? J, K, Joker, King, Queen. Like for some reason my head goes there when I think about it. So J is the second letter that's not a soldier word. So J can't really do that. Um, but J is like I like J. You know, Jack in the Box, Jack in the Pulpit, Jumping Jack. I like J. You know what I'm saying? J is definitely a cool letter. K, um, that's a soldier word. I mean letter. Now that's probably one thing I don't like. The KKK. That's the only thing I don't like about K. Other than that, I love K because like using the word kick. A lot of people when they did even music, you had to have something with K at the end when you rap. Some with a kick, not with a brick. You had to go at some point. You wanted to do that. Everybody loves doing that. I'm sick. I'm quick. Trick. Trick or treat. Slick. Like people love. Pause. Whatever you thinking. So K is definitely one of them. L. L is not a soldier word. It's a trigger. L is not a soldier word. It's a trigger. It's very legendary, luxurious. I like L though because it's one of the triggers. Like I said, it's one of the things. It's one of them things. L one of them things. And matter of fact, is definitely one of my you know secret keys. I would say. So L is the third letter that's not a soldier letter. You got to remember that. M, that's not a soldier letter either. So it's the fourth letter that's not a soldier letter. But I also love M because just like D, it's like talks about, miss. A lot of things miss, right? Um, I like saying M, like I like just saying M words, Monopoly, you know what I'm saying? I think it's cool to say M words, magnetic field, magnetic force, like magnet, you know what I mean? Um, so since we halfway there, let's do a little recap of everything. We talked about A, you know what I'm saying? How A is like, it is amazing. A is very amazing, you know what I'm saying? You can do a lot with A. B starts talking about the colors, you know what I'm saying? C clears the color, by the way. C is very important. Remember that. D talks about a lot of disses. E has its own island. F is fire. G, you know what I'm saying, talks about the colors with green, gold, gray. H, H is I would say fire, but I could have said hot, horrifying. Um, I really like rocking with I rock with heavy. J, it's a cool word to say, like with the jack o' lanterns, jack in the box, jumping jacks. Uh, actually, I don't know. I mean, those are the funny words, but the other words kind of like I don't know. I don't know about them. Uh, but G is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we already talked about that, didn't we? I'm high. Wow. See, I'm going backwards. Hey, K on K. That's how you know I'm thinking about other stuff. K, right? Um, you know, I don't like KKK, like I said, but other than that, I rock with K. L has its own lane, I should say. It's a trigger word. M, that's cool. So look, now we on N. N has its own portion of a section. You know what I'm saying? It's not a trigger word, so that's the fifth thing. That's the fifth trigger. That's the no man. It's not a trigger word, but it's not a soldier word. That's what I meant to say. N is not a soldier word. So it's the fifth letter that's not one. Um, N is cool because it has its own little thing in there, right? It has these kind of, you know, it has some things in there where it's like it gives good relevant punchlines, I should say. And it's a whole arsenal that I'm just gonna like really hit people with. It's crazy. Oh, um, is a soldier word. O is definitely a soldier word. O is definitely fire. Um, O is definitely fire. You can do a lot with O. I like O. The different things that, you know, that has oh yeah, orange. So it has that color, orange. Orange is in O. Was there any other ones that I skipped it? And I don't think it was. You know what I'm saying? I think I got those as far as like, you know, talking about the art. What I'm thinking about saying is, okay, orange is one of them because it has a color. Plus, it's a soldier word, right? P has colors too, pink, purple. It's a soldier word as well. It's also a word, not word, letter, no, very important letters. So keep that as a gem. P is a very important letter too. All right, P. So, it's definitely a soldier letter. Definitely it could do with a lot with that, like P. Um, Q has its own quest. Like it has its own lane, has its own little. I like how I can break that down. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, Q cool as a cool. Q is cool as a cucumber. You feel what I'm saying? Even though that start with a C, that's kind of fire. See, Q is cool as a cucumber. That's crazy. Um, I like Q. It's not a soldier word, so it's what if N was the fifth one, Q is the sixth one. Six R is not a soldier word either, so it's the seventh one that's not a soldier word, but it is a trigger, and that's very key. Just like you know what I'm saying, it's a trigger. I'll let y'all figure that one out on your own. And bro, I'm not gonna go there. I almost got excited and just explain the whole reason why I have what I'm doing. I have energy and what I'm about to do, and just. But what I'm saying is this though, right? So where we at? We at S. Very important word. It's not a soldier word. So that means A. That's the eighth letter. That's not a soldier word. But even though it's not a soldier word, it's very important. Very strong. Very strong. That is a big fact. Big, 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 big fact. So you can do so much. I did a lot of that with that. Shawty swallow your sword sharpenly. Swallow. Slice it symmetrically. That shit. I did a lot with it. T is I love T. It is a soldier word. Um, because T is the last, like they like say, the last tree. It's not the last soldier word though, but it is the last, one of them things. One of them things. Um, T is very awesome though. Very awesome. Because you could do a lot, you know, do a lot with T. Um, U is a soldier word. U also has a section, like N has a section, like R has a section. Going back to R for a second, R has a section. Some of these have their own lanes where it's like you just cook. Um, Where we at, you? Yeah, you. And you is definitely unique. It's definitely unique. I like how you can simply break that down like you could simply break a lot other ones down. Like Q, you could break Q to like, you know what I'm saying? It's more to it than Q, but you could definitely break a lot down with you. V, it is the not a trigger word. No, no, it's not a soldier word. Um, I believe what that would be the ninth. That's the ninth word. That's the ninth letter. That's not a soldier word. So I'm trying to count because I don't really know. I don't really know until I go all the way. You know what I'm saying? To see with how many words aren't soldier words. I know I haven't calculated that yet. So that would be the first time me calculate something, right? So, all right, we at what? V? I like V. V is very, very look. V is very vernacular, but that's a cool word to say it. Don't like the vac, but you know, definitely like vacuums. You know what I'm saying? Because they clean stuff. But anyway, um, V, I like V though. I like, you know, it's always interesting to see V. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, always interesting. Could always say that. W is a surprisingly it's a soldier word. I didn't think it was one, but it is. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's 11 letters that are I meant to say letters that are not soldier letters. Um, because Y and Z are not soldier letters either, so we're gonna go ahead and say that it's 11 of those. But back to W, actually 12 is X, I believe. Well, no, X is 10. Yeah, yeah. So I guess what V if V is not a soldier letter, and that's the ninth one that's not one. W is W. Okay, X is 10, Y is 11. So it's 12 of them that are not soldier letters. Rest of the 14 are. So 14 soldier letters. Um, these are key gems that y'all will understand later on in your journey of knowing rap, battle rap, rapping, when we break all this down. So, but W, I like W though. Also has the color the white in it. You know what I'm saying? White, and then X X has its own. That's the thing about X, bro. I like X because it's super unique and it's super rare. X is very rare. X is very rare because it's hard to find something, but when you do find it, which I've already found it, once you find that, it's like it makes it like once you wrap that, I believe for real, and this is no joke, like it makes you know for without a shadow of a doubt that you use that technique once you use it. You get what I'm saying? Like people could it stands out kind of like H and more than H. I think X stands out the most, and that's why it's like so cool to figure out something that you know what I'm saying. It's cool to figure out the technique of that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why yellow? Color yellow. I like yellow. Not my favorite color, but I like yellow. R has red in it too. Forgot to say that. Um, yeah, bro. It's wild, bro. Why? Why is very it's actually interesting because it's like y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I'm glad because what I'm saying is it's like it's a code to everything. It's a code. I'm not gonna give you the code of what I'm saying yet. But what I am saying is why is very unique, but it also has a once you think there's different ways to think about everything. I'm only giving y'all one way of thinking about something. The second way of thinking about it is crazy. So that's what I'm saying when I say the second way I think about why is wild because it's a lot of it. Super lot of it. Hold up. All right. Yeah. Why something else? Why is something else? Telling you it's something else. Why is something else something else? It's a beast. Definitely a beast. Z. It's really I like Z. Z is like rare, like X. It's hard to find that. I think X is more rare, but Z is like right under X because it's rare. It's hard to find stuff with it. Hard to use the technique. So let's start over with that recap right quick. Talked about N. N is very fire because it's within the origin, and plus it has its own section that it, you know what I'm saying, in the arsenal that will erase niggas. Um, O, O is fire. Um, I would say that it's a very important thing to understand, you know what I'm saying? Very important technique like P. P is very, very important though. You know what I'm saying? And plus we talked about how it talks about pink, you know what I'm saying? Purple, you know what I'm saying? So it's painting the picture as far as the art. What did I say in P? Perfect painting pictures, pulverizing, penetration, pronunciation. Perfectly painting pictures, pulverizing. What did I say? Because I'm punching. I punch with proper punctuation, perfectly painting, pulverizing pictures. Something like I can't remember what I said. It was fire, but P Q has its own lane. I like Q because Q is it really is so simple. It's like it's really simple. It's not too much to know. I mean, to figure out. It does get quizzical, but it's also it's fire. You know what I'm saying? Um, I remember this one dude was like, he was like, not a lot of people use Q. That's unique that you did that. I was like, yeah. And it was funny because like I honestly, the story right quick was he was like, what did he say? Because honestly, I was in the tournament, right? And but the tournament started over for some reason. I won my battles, but for some reason the tournament started over. But long story short, I was like, I texted the people back, like, what happened to that? Like, why didn't I get in? And I was so wanting to battle and wanting to have a battle. So they was like, oh, all right, my bad that we didn't get you in the tournament. Oh, but you want to battle though? All right, I got you. And then he said, you versing this person, and that person, that battle never dropped. I sent my round in, but the battle never dropped. And I'm glad that the battle never dropped because if the battle would have dropped, he destroyed me. I mean, he would have destroyed me. Like but we never battled though. But I seen him, and then I started rapping that quality over quantity over here, get quizzical with the quadrangular, quadruple entendres. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's funny, it's crazy how, not a lot of people use Q. You know what I'm saying? And but he thought that we already battled. He battled somebody else though, and he beat them. He didn't battle me, but when he battled them, he beat them. I was like, man, I'm glad I didn't battle him. He would have beat me because he was very good. Now I know what to do. Now I can battle him, but he would have beat me at that time. But what I'm saying is, he thought that we did battle when I seen him and rapped to him. So when he looked at me, he was like, he started looking at me like, yeah, I beat you already though. So don't in the future, don't be going around saying that, you know what I'm saying? That you won or whatever. And I'm thinking like, I'm looking at him laughing in the back of my head because I'm like, nigga, I'm like, you don't even know that we never even battled. So, but I'm gonna act like that we did battle though. That may get me somewhere, acting like we did battle when I did lost to you. Like, yeah, he beat me. And then when I make it, I'm gonna be like, yo, we ain't never battled. We never battled. That's the funny part. Like, if it was ever a battle with him again, I'm gonna go in a face off and be like, or just whatever. I'm gonna go in a face off and be like, and I'm gonna act like we battled. I'm like, yeah, he beat me, man. I'm mad about. He's gonna agree with me and everything. He not even gonna remember because he thinks he won. He think he beat me, but we never battled. The battle never dropped. Cause I was mad about the battle not dropping. I was like, dang, why ain't the battle drop? Like, they ain't dropping nothing. They ain't like, you know what I'm saying? I sent my round in and it ain't even dropped. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Cause back then it was like, it was a area where people were doing video battle rap. So we sent our videos in. It wasn't live face to face or nothing. It was video battling, but I was ready. I was hype. I got my video. I sent my video in. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And long story short, it just didn't happen. So, um, long story short, it didn't happen, right? So, but he was like, he think it still happened because he probably thinking of another battle. He think I'm another battler that he battled or something. So that he did win. So in his head, we battled, but we didn't battle though. So if that ever happens, I'm gonna go on a face off and act like we battled. Then in the battle, I'm like, in the third round, I'm like, and we ain't even never battled. That wasn't me. That was so and so. You know what I'm saying? So this is my vantage point. Anyway, we were on Q. R. I like R. R is a trigger word. It's definitely a gem. It's definitely have its own arsenal in there, its own little secret door of a world that is crazy. S. Very, 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 very important. Gem. Um T. The last of the. I feel like T is like the last kind of jungle. It's like a jungle. T is like a jungle. Like it's like the last jungle, bro. If not the jungle. Like J is the jungle, but tree T is where all the trees at in the jungle. It's like the last journey. That's why I like it because I didn't even think about it like that till kind of now, but I kind of like it even more now that I know that. Like it helps me like break it down more when I'm breaking it down. So you is unique, has its own little lane, secret door like R. It's definitely a soldier word. Has some little tricks in there. I like that. That's what I like about X, but we'll get to that. Like the tricks of the things, like you know what I'm saying? V. V is definitely one of them. It's not a soldier word, but it's definitely unique because it's you know what I'm saying? I don't know why. It just feels cool. It just I mean it feels like it's like I feel smart when you study V, like it's fire. W. W is very witty, it's very it got a lot of but W is one of is kind of like H in a sense. Cause it's like it's like it has its own little little words in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say that. It got words in there. Ironically enough, W starts with word, but it got them words in there. Trust me. You got them words, think you like, what is this stuff? Um X is like very I like X. X is like definitely tricky. And I can't wait to finish this study on this thing that I'm doing with it because like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just fire. It's fire. It's undeniably fire. Y is great. Y is, you know, like I said, has color yellow. W has white, but Y is definitely one of them letters that's like has a whole it's like almost as if it's E in a sense. Um, it's definitely a headache. I could say that. I could say that for sure. It's definitely a headache. E is just something else in itself too. Like it's like, oh my God, it's a headache. Why? It's crazy. Z is not a soldier word, but you know, I like Z because it always looks good in graffiti. As for art wise, like whenever like because when I was young, you know what I'm saying? I say younger, I was always drawing. And I'm getting back into that a little bit. I need to get back into that, get a new graffiti name, but I would draw. We would always try to put a R Z in it because it's like Z looks good when you draw it in graffiti letters. So it's like Z is just it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, we're gonna be breaking this down more and seeing which one y'all feel like is what you like about it and your feelings on it. But just know that the fact that I even broke this down just like this just lets you know that I know exactly what's gonna happen and what I'm doing. Well, well. When I rap, when I battle rap, when I make music, um, trying to be as positive, and I think this is educational. I think it's time too. It's like there's no waiting on nothing. It's no waiting on anything. It's I understand, you know what I'm saying? Even when a legendary person told me like, you know, always take initiative. So I'm taking initiative. Hold up. So, uh, uh, um, I don't know really what I want to say. Subscribe definitely. Subscribe, like, comment, share. We about to be breaking down more later, and it's not going to be. I just had to break this down because I had to get this out of the way. I started thinking about this. I was really meditating, like, okay, what am I going to, what I'm saying, bring to the table next as far as everything? And this is one of the things. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And because basically, I'm about to be breaking all this down and putting it out there anyway because that's what needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. That's just what needs to happen. And who cares if they don't like it? But anyway, um, my thing about it is, uh, I'm glad I broke all this down, and I'm glad I broke all this down for y'all, and I'm going to continue to break it down and write more. You know what I'm saying? Work on the craft and everything from A to Z, Z to A. Um, so yeah, a lot happening though. Um, we gonna break a lot of stuff down. Like I said, we're gonna break a lot of stuff down. Um, like I said, comment, like, share, subscribe. We're gonna break it all down. We definitely got some music on the way. Uh, thank y'all for watching. Hopefully, we got some battles on the way. Um, it's just what it is. Feel me? So, hopefully y'all can stay tuned, man. And mind you, I did this nonchalantly, just broke it down. Like I'm not even like charged up. I'm about to be, but it's about to get real. Telling y'all. So that's why I am tired because I'm working on the craft all the time. And Y'all gonna see how much I worked on the craft. Shout out to all the people, you know what I'm saying, in the game that I really rock with. Shout out to fam, my people. Shout out to Murder Mook. Shout out to Daylight. Shout out to all the positive people out there. If I forget you, my bad. Subscribe. Um, excuse me. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. It's time. I try to tell y'all it's time. It's really time to be breaking down everything. It's time. It's time, bro. And that was just all for the see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give y'all material like off of the dome, and then I'm gonna give y'all material reading in my notes. That way y'all won't think I'm just like I wanna freestyle this and make it authentic first before I get into my notes for real. But love y'all. Salute, subscribe. Let's get it.